I'm Louise. I'm from Brazil. I'm 22. I'm an exchange student in Sweden.
I often get questions about Sweden. So in this series, I thought I would meet up with people that have been here for a while and ask them, how is Sweden for you?
It's been very different, actually. I mean, coming from Brazil, people are a lot affectionate and like they hug and they kiss and stuff like that. And here, I don't really get to meet that many Swedes, and when I do, it's not really like that. It's like, hey, I'm nice to meet you. And that's pretty much it. It's very different. Aside from that, Sweden is a very interesting country because, I don't know, it's just, I don't know how to explain, but I love the fika.
The fika.
Yeah. In Brazil, it means like making out.
All right.
Yeah.
So do you like the Brazilian fika or the Swedish fika?
I like both.
All right.
So the fika is when Swedes get together and have some coffee just for like taking a break, and it's like their what do you call it? Work-life balance? That I think it is that. When you take a break and you just like chill for a while. And they have good pastries here. Man, it's good.
Are you having any like thoughts of guilt when it comes to all the pastries?
No. Definitely not.
When made you decide to come to Sweden?
I think Sweden is very utopic when it comes to, society in general, and how this, like all the systems work here. And where I come from, you can tell there's such a difference. And then I thought it would be very cool to experience that kind of life. So it's pretty cool that I got to be here.
What do you study?
I study biomedicine. I'm still in my bachelor's. I'm in the biomedicine major back home, but here I'm in the biochemistry one. But I think I messed up in my credit conversion when I applied for courses here. So I didn't really get in the courses, like biology-related courses that I wanted to. So I'm enrolled in this anthropology course. I take basic Swedish and brainy behavior, which is the only one that's related to biology. But aside from that, I'm working in this project. It's a synthetic biology project. So it has been really interesting for me because it pushes me a lot, because we have to come up with solutions when it comes to biology, and it has been really fun to work with a lot of people.
It sounds so self-indulgent when I say it, but how did you come across my channel?
I don't remember, but I think I was still talking to both of my friends. Like one is from Denmark and the other one is from Sweden. So I was talking to both of them, and I thought it would be fun to learn Danish and Swedish. And so I gave up on Danish, obviously, because it's really hard to pronounce stuff. And Swedish, I thought it would be easier to learn. So I thought, maybe I can try some Duolingo and stuff like that. And I started going on YouTube about Swedish pronunciation, stuff like that, and Swedish life and stuff like that. And then I saw your channel because it's TheSwedishLad. So I thought it would be pretty cool.
How's your Swedish?
Det är bra. I also got to go to Visby in Gotland. That was really fun because I think the town is so different, very medieval.
Very medieval, yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It's for those of you who don't know, it's Sweden's biggest island. It's Visby is the city on the island, encircled by this big wall. And every year they have the medieval festival, cancelled this year. They have the political week, cancelled this year. And then they have the week where all the brats from Stockholm go there, probably not cancelled this year. So what was your reaction to when this pandemic started happening, I guess in March?
I think, like many people, I thought it wouldn't last that long. I thought it was just a flu and stuff like that, but I did realize how serious it is. But I did think that it wouldn't last long, and then I would still be here and enjoy the weather, enjoy like going around in Sweden. So I didn't go home. I thought it would be fine, and I hope it all turns out fine as well.
So what are some of your dislikes about this country, or maybe differences of how you're used to life?
I miss hugging people. Yeah. What else?
I guess that's a general thing now with the pandemic.
Well,
anyhow.
yeah. I guess everyone's, yeah. I don't have many dislikes here, no. But I can tell that one different thing here is that when you cross the street, people are actually going to stop for you.
Well, it's the law.
Yeah.
If it's a crossing, the
Yeah.
cars have to stop.
Yeah, and I thought that was so weird.
That's so friendly.
Yeah, that's so friendly because like when people actually stop for you when you're crossing the street on the crossing line, and like where I'm from, you do like this for the person. And so like for the first 2 weeks here, like everybody that stopped for you, I was like, and then I was like, I just feel silly because everyone's gonna stop here.
It's the law.
They're not being
We
friendly.
have to stop. So what do you miss the most from back home now?
The food. Brazilian food, my family as well. But
Food, family.
I can say the mix of it, my mom's food.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I miss the most.
So what kind of food, aside from the weird ways we make potatoes here, have you like come across and it's like, oh, that's not pastries, like
I was gonna
proper food.
I have heard of the blood pudding,
Yeah.
but I haven't eaten it. Some people say it's disgusting.
But the thing is, I didn't like it as a kid, and the reason I didn't like it, I mean, it's not like I voluntarily eat it now, but I didn't like lingonberry either. And if you don't add lingonberry to your blood sausage, it gets really dry. So I used to like divide the sausage into like bits, and it's like, okay, I have 8 bits left now. I have 7 bits left. No, I'm not a fan.
I've heard that there is this fish
I knew this was coming.
that you have to open in the water.
Preferably, yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't smell or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's fermented fish.
Yes. So I've
it-
heard of that, but I haven't.
Yes, the smell is very, very strong.
I guess I have to do it.
If we take the pandemic aside, are there any places that you had like, okay, this is, I want to go here and here when I'm in Sweden?
I kind of wanted to go to Gothenburg,
Mm.
but I hadn't really planned to go there. I'm planning on going to Umeå.
Umeå, yeah.
Yeah, because I have a German sister there.
Mm.
It was an exchange student that lived with my family in Brazil like 10 years ago.
Okay,
kind of.
okay.
So she's a PhD student now there. So it would be fun to meet her again. I haven't been to Stockholm yet. That's the
You haven't been to Stockholm yet?
No.
Okay, Stockholm is like, it takes 50 minutes by car, and I guess
like
around
half
the same.
an hour with the speed train.
Yeah, with the speed train.
Yeah. And I haven't been there yet.
Oh yeah, you totally should have gone in January or February.
Yeah, because I thought, I'm just gonna wait for the nicer times, like when it's actually warm and you want to be outside. And then,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, even if the pandemic doesn't go away, at least it will be more and more safe to move around.
Yeah.
And I mean, most people in Stockholm already had it probably by then.
Yeah.
And then you're planning to leave in June?
Yes,
Ugh.
mid-June. So maybe I'll be here for the midsummer. I don't know. It would be fun.
We are sitting in Uppsala looking out over the Botanic Gardens, 3 people having a Swedish picnic. It's not super warm, but it's like, we're supposed to be outside because we're supposed to be having picnics.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice today.
Yeah, it's, I mean, we had hail. I don't know if you had it.
No.
Last week.
Sweden's very nice, and the Swedes are nice. They're kind of like, they're different. They're different people, but once you get to know them, they're pretty cool.
So based on you watching me, would you say that I'm a typical Swede?
No.
Yes. Yes. Win. No, don't think of me as the general Swede.
No.
Don't. I mean, I have my introvert moments, sure, but no. I might not purposely sit myself next to someone on the bus if there are other seats, because that's invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
The way we see it, even before the pandemic.
A lot
But
of personal space going on here.
yeah, if you want to harass someone, who's alone on the bus, sit next to them and don't say anything. They'll be like, but they won't say anything. They'll be like,
Right, because Swedes are polite enough to like not confront anyone. So.
Exactly. We call it the fist in the pocket. It's like, yeah, you don't know this, but I'm thinking really. But this was very lovely. It was very lovely to meet you,
very nice to meet you too.
yeah, welcome to Sweden. Even though Sweden, much like the rest of the world, is what it is. I guess Sweden is more in its natural state than the rest of the world, just because we're, you know, we're unsocial as it is.
Yeah. I think I have seen a meme of a Swedish bus stop before and after. It's the same. Like people are like 2 meters apart all the time. Doesn't matter.
I mean, there obviously is a difference between the cities and the countryside, and especially the islands. If you go out into islands, the archipelago, people are more inclined to say hi, even though even if you don't know them. I know.
People in Visby were nice.
And there's no crime here. Nothing happens.